Section 1. The legend begins. Resurrection Mary on Archer Avenue. Archer Avenue in Chicago holds a dark secret, a ghostly figure named Resurrection Mary. The legend began in the 1930s when a driver encountered a young woman in a white gown. She vanished near Resurrection Cemetery. Over the years, numerous drivers have reported similar encounters. A spectral woman, always in white, hitchhiking along Archer Avenue, only to disappear near the cemetery. The story spread, capturing imaginations and becoming a staple of Chicago's urban legends. Each encounter adds another layer to her mystery. The more sightings reported, the more the lines blur between fact and fiction. Resurrection Mary's legend continues to draw people in with the promise of a ghost story that feels all too real. Section 2. Unveiling the ghost early sightings and historical context. Archer Avenue, with its roots tracing back to the 19th century, has always been steeped in local lore. Resurrection Cemetery, one of the largest in North America, sets the stage for Mary's ghostly tale. Early sightings described Mary as a young woman in vintage clothing, a white dress. Speculations arose that she might have been a victim of a tragic accident. Theories suggest she was a young woman who died in a car crash after a night of dancing in the 1920s. Despite extensive research, her true identity remains a mystery. The 1930s were a time of great change and turmoil, and stories of restless spirits resonated with the public. The ghost of a young woman symbolized the era's collective grief and longing. Mary's story is about the people who have seen her, the history that surrounds her, and the enduring power of a legend that refuses to fade away. Section 1. Tracing Mary's origins, theories and speculations. The identity of resurrection. Mary has been a subject of speculation for decades. One popular theory suggests that Mary was a young woman named Mary Bregovy who died in a car accident in 1934. Another theory posits that Resurrection Mary was Anna Maria Norkus, who also died in a car accident in 1927. Both were buried in Resurrection Cemetery. Some believe that Resurrection Mary is a composite of several tragic figures from Chicago's past. These spirits, bound by their untimely deaths, may collectively contribute to the legend. Despite the numerous theories, the legend of Resurrection Mary is deeply rooted in Chicago's history and culture. Each theory leaves us with more questions than answers. Mary's mystery continues to captivate and confound those who seek to uncover the truth. Section 2. The tragic backstory, piecing together Mary's life and death. To understand resurrection. Mary, one must delve into the possible life she led and the tragic events that likely led to her untimely demise. If Mary Bregovy is considered, her life story is both poignant and tragic. Born in 1913, Mary enjoyed dancing and socializing. Her sudden death in a car accident left a grieving family and community. Similarly, Maria Norkus, a teenager of Lithuanian descent, loved dancing. The car crash that claimed her life devastated her family and left a lasting scar on the community. Both Bregovy and Norkus share common threads: youth, vibrancy, and a love for dancing. The tragic end to their lives adds a layer of sorrow to the ghostly encounters. The legend of Resurrection Mary reflects real-life tragedies that have shaped the history and collective memory of the Chicago area. Section 3. Echoes of the past, historical events tied to the legend. The legend of Resurrection Mary is intertwined with the historical events and cultural shifts that have shaped Chicago. In the 1920s and 1930s, Chicago was a bustling metropolis undergoing rapid change. The Prohibition era brought about a thriving underground nightlife. The O. Henry Ballroom, where Mary was allegedly last seen alive, was a popular venue. The era saw a significant rise in automobile ownership, leading to more traffic accidents. These accidents were often sensationalized in local newspapers, contributing to the lore of restless spirits. The Great Depression left many people searching for meaning and comfort. Stories of ghosts and hauntings provided a form of escapism and a way to process collective grief. The historical context helps explain why the story of Resurrection Mary has endured and continues to captivate imaginations. Section 1. Documented sightings, eyewitness accounts. The legend of Resurrection Mary is built on numerous eyewitness accounts that span decades. One of the earliest documented encounters dates back to the 1930s. A young driver picked up a hitchhiker, a young woman in a white dress, who vanished near Resurrection Cemetery. In the 1970s, a cab driver named Ralph claimed to have encountered Mary. He picked up a young woman who directed him towards Resurrection Cemetery and then disappeared. In the 1980s, a local bartender reported seeing Mary at his establishment. She danced alone in a vintage white dress and vanished as she approached Archer Avenue. These documented sightings are personal experiences that have left lasting impressions. The consistency in descriptions adds layers of authenticity to the legend. Section 2, Supernatural Phenomena, The Unexplainable Encounters, The Legend of Resurrection. Mary is bolstered by numerous reports of supernatural phenomena. Drivers who have picked up Mary report their vehicle's temperature dropping dramatically. Witnesses describe feeling an inexplicable cold even on warm nights. Another common phenomenon is the appearance of handprints on car windows. Drivers often find foggy handprints on their windows after Mary disappears. Resurrection Cemetery is a hotspot for supernatural activity. Visitors have reported seeing gates that appear bent or twisted. One famous incident involved wrought iron gates bearing the impression of handprints. These supernatural phenomena contribute to the enduring fascination with Resurrection Mary. Resurrection. Mary is more than just a ghost story. She is a cultural icon in Chicago folklore. Her tale has permeated local culture, influencing literature, music, and tourism. This cultural impact ensures that Mary's story remains alive, captivating new generations. The legend has inspired numerous books and articles. Local bands have written songs about her, capturing her haunting beauty. Ghost tours frequently include stops along Archer Avenue and Resurrection Cemetery. Resurrection Mary serves as a symbol of local heritage, shared among residents. Her story is a reflection of Chicago's collective imagination and history. Section 4. The Continuing Legend, Modern-Day Sightings and Interpretations. The Legend of Resurrection. Mary is not confined to the past. Modern-day sightings keep her story fresh and relevant. These encounters add new layers to the legend. Numerous reports of Mary's sightings continue to emerge. One such encounter involved teenagers seeing a woman in white on Archer Avenue. She vanished as they neared Resurrection Cemetery. This incident sparked renewed interest in the legend. Technology plays a role in modern interpretations. Paranormal investigators use advanced equipment to detect ghostly activity. EMF meters, thermal cameras, and EVP recorders are employed. Some claim to have recorded unexplained voices. Social media amplifies the legend. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok are filled with posts about encounters. Hashtags like #ResurrectionMary allow people to share their experiences. These digital narratives keep the story alive. Modern interpretations explore new dimensions of the legend. Some view Mary's story through social and psychological analysis. Others see her as a feminist icon. These perspectives enrich the legend. The continuing legend of Resurrection Mary highlights the dynamic nature of folklore. The story adapts, reflecting the changing cultural and technological landscape. Yet, at its core, the legend remains a poignant reminder of loss and mystery. Resurrection Mary will continue to haunt and captivate. Chilling encounters, personal stories from witnesses. Personal stories of encounters with Resurrection Mary are compelling. Jerry encountered Mary in the late 1950s. He saw a young woman in a white dress walking along the road. Jerry pulled over and offered her a ride. As they approached Resurrection Cemetery, she vanished. Julie had a similar encounter in the 1970s. The woman faded and disappeared near the cemetery. In the early 2000s, a couple saw Mary on the road. They swerved to avoid her, but she was gone. These stories are the backbone of the Resurrection Mary legend. Section 2. The Unexplained Vanishings, Mystery and Fear, the hallmark of Resurrection. Mary's encounters is her mysterious vanishing act. This phenomenon is what transforms a simple ghost sighting into an unforgettable, bone-chilling experience. The unexplained vanishings leave witnesses not only bewildered but profoundly disturbed, questioning the nature of reality itself. One of the most striking aspects of these vanishings is their suddenness. Witnesses often describe Mary as being physically present, sometimes even engaging in brief conversations, yet without warning, she disappears. This abruptness is what makes the encounters so terrifying. For instance, a man named Tom shared his experience from the 1980s. After picking up Mary, he noticed her becoming increasingly translucent as they neared the cemetery. Before his very eyes, she vanished, leaving him gripping the steering wheel in a cold sweat. Another notable account comes from a taxi driver who encountered Mary in the 1990s. He picked her up outside a bar and she asked to be taken to Archer Avenue. As they approached the cemetery, she began to fade. The driver, desperate to understand what was happening, pulled over and turned to look at her, only to find an empty back seat. This experience left him shaken, and he refused to drive down Archer Avenue at night ever again. What makes these vanishings particularly unsettling is the lack of any logical explanation. Cars don't stop, doors don't open, and yet Mary is gone. This defies the natural laws of the physical world, adding a supernatural layer to her legend. People who experience these vanishings are often left with a lingering sense of dread and an unshakable belief in the paranormal. The fear generated by these vanishings is palpable. Witnesses report feeling a cold chill and an overwhelming sense of dread immediately before and after Mary's disappearance. This emotional response underscores the profound impact of these encounters. The unexplained vanishings are more than just ghost stories. They are deeply unsettling experiences that challenge our understanding of reality and leave a lasting mark on those who encounter Resurrection Mary. Section 3. Emotional Impact. The haunting legacy on witnesses. The emotional impact of encountering resurrection. Mary cannot be overstated. These experiences leave a lasting imprint on witnesses. The haunting legacy shapes how individuals view the world. For many, the initial reaction is shock and disbelief. Witnesses describe a range of emotions, from fear to curiosity. Encounters leave individuals profoundly changed. They often feel unease near Resurrection Cemetery. Encounters make some more open to the supernatural. These moments can define beliefs and interests. Witnesses are left with an unshakable sense of the uncanny. Some develop a lifelong interest in the supernatural. Stories become part of local folklore. These tales foster a collective sense of wonder and fear. Encounters challenge our understanding of reality, the haunting legacy of resurrection. Mary continues to captivate and unsettle. Investigating the legend of resurrection. Mary presents a unique challenge for both amateur ghost hunters and seasoned paranormal investigators. The nature of these encounters, fleeting, inconsistent, and deeply personal, makes it difficult to gather concrete evidence. This dilemma has not deterred those who are determined to uncover the truth behind the ghostly sightings on Archer Avenue. Modern technology has provided new tools for investigation. Paranormal investigators use equipment like EMF meters, thermal cameras, and EVP recorders to detect anomalies. Fluctuations in electromagnetic fields and unexplained voices have been recorded. The detective's dilemma also involves differentiating between genuine encounters and fabricated stories. Each new encounter offers a potential piece of the puzzle, bringing them one step closer to unraveling the mystery. The haunting figure of Resurrection Mary remains a captivating enigma, a symbol of the enduring power of folklore and the relentless quest for truth. The enduring mystery. Why does Resurrection Mary fascinate us? Resurrection Mary's tale endures because it taps into something deeper within the human psyche. Her legend blends the unexplained with the relatable, creating a narrative that is both chilling and captivating. The unanswered questions about her identity and her ghostly appearances create a sense of intrigue that compels us to seek answers. This sense of an unsolved mystery stimulates our imagination and curiosity. Moreover, Resurrection Mary's story resonates because it is rooted in real human emotions and experiences. The themes of loss, tragedy, and the desire for closure are universally relatable. Her presence on Archer Avenue is a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring impact of untimely deaths. This emotional connection makes her more than just a ghost. She becomes a symbol of our shared fears and fascinations. Another aspect of her enduring appeal is the communal aspect of her legend, resurrection. Mary's story is not just an individual's tale, but a piece of Chicago's collective heritage. It's a story passed down through generations, shared in hushed tones around campfires, and recounted in local bars. This communal storytelling creates a shared experience, binding people together through a common narrative. It's this sense of community and shared history that gives her legend a life of its own. As we reflect on why Resurrection Mary fascinates us, it becomes clear that her story is more than just a series of ghostly sightings. It's a narrative that taps into our deepest emotions and curiosities, a story that challenges our understanding of reality and draws us into a shared experience of mystery and wonder. It's this enduring mystery that ensures resurrection. Mary will continue to haunt and captivate us for generations to come. Urban legends like Resurrection Mary play a crucial role in society. They reflect cultural and social dynamics, process collective anxieties, and foster community identity. Resurrection Mary emerged during significant social change like the Great Depression. Sharing ghost stories helps communities process fears and find catharsis. These legends preserve history and cultural memory, connecting past and present. They foster community identity, creating a common cultural touchstone. Resurrection Mary's legend is a testament to the power of these narratives. The story of Resurrection Mary is a compelling example of how history and folklore intersect to create enduring legends. Rooted in historical events, her tale transforms into folklore through shared narratives. This process offers a glimpse into how we construct and perpetuate cultural myths. Historical context is crucial in understanding the origins of Resurrection Mary. The tragic deaths of young women in car accidents provided the foundation for her legend. These real-life events anchor the story in reality, making it more believable. Each retelling adds new details, ensuring the legend remains relevant and resonant. Folklore shapes our understanding of the past, blending fact and fiction into a cohesive narrative. The intersection of history and folklore highlights the role of community in preserving legends. Legends like Resurrection Mary serve as bridges between the past and the present, enriching our cultural landscape. As we conclude our exploration of Resurrection Mary, it is clear that her legend is more than just a ghost story. It is a living, evolving narrative that continues to captivate and haunt us. We invite you, the reader, to share your own stories and experiences. Have you ever driven down Archer Avenue at night? Have you felt the chill of an unseen presence or seen a figure in white by the side of the road? Your stories are invaluable in keeping the legend of Resurrection Mary alive. Share your stories, explore the legend, and become a part of the living folklore that keeps Mary's spirit alive.